Good morning. Today we are going to continue the displacement diagram for the cam and followers. So today we are going to discuss about simple harmonic motion and cycloidal motion for the displacement of the follower. So I am Vijay Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department from Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. So now let us discuss the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagrams when the follower is moving with simple harmonic motion. As usual, we are going to draw the rectangular box with the x coordinate as theta and the y coordinate as the displacement or the lift or the stroke of the follower. The next step is we have to mark the outstroke, dwell and the return stroke. The corresponding theta we have to mark it based upon the data that is given in the problem. After that, divide the rectangle for the outstroke into 8 equal parts. Let us assume that the outstroke is 80. Then we have to divide it into 10 degrees. So 8 equal divisions. With the midpoint of the stroke as center, draw a semicircle. So the radius will be equal to half of the stroke. With the midpoint of the stroke as a center and half of stroke as radius, draw a semicircle. Again, you divide this semicircle into 8 equal parts. After dividing, it can be either 8 equal parts or 6 equal parts based upon our convenience and based upon the angle. So if the angle is 60, so instead of 8, 6 will be a more convenient option. So based upon the outstroke angle and the return stroke angle, you can divide it into either 6 equal parts or 8 equal parts. So after dividing the semicircle into 8 equal parts, you give number. So leaving this one is 0, so you number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next step is you draw vertical lines. Similarly, the box, the rectangle or the abscissa, we have divided it into 8 equal parts. So you draw vertical line through all these points. Next, you draw horizontal lines through all these division points in the semicircle. So line from the vertical line from 1 will meet the horizontal line from 1. So you mark the point of intersection. Similarly, the horizontal line from 2 will meet the vertical line from 2. You again mark the point of intersection. So you repeat the procedure for the remaining points. So the horizontal line from 3, vertical line from 3, horizontal line from 4, vertical line from 4. Similarly, you get all the 8 points. Now join these points using a smooth curve. So this gives the displacement diagram of the follower when it is moving in a simple harmonic motion. So the next portion is the dwell, and the same has to be repeated for the return stroke also. But while numbering for the return stroke, we have to number it in the reverse order. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 or 4, 3, 2, 1 and last one will be 0. The same procedure can be or the same semicircle can be used for the return stroke also. So the vertical line from 8 and the horizontal line from 8 will meet at the topmost point. Vertical line from 7, horizontal line from 7. Vertical line from 6, horizontal line from 6. So like that you have to mark all the remaining 8 points. Then you can join using a smooth curve. and here the remaining portion is 12. As usual, you can see in the velocity diagram, in the mid portion of the displacement, you have the velocity as maximum. So when the displacement is maximum, you have the velocity as 0. In the return stroke, the same happens but in the negative side of the axis. While considering acceleration diagram, so in the first half of the velocity diagram, during the upstroke, so when the velocity is 0, you can see the acceleration is maximum. So when the velocity is maximum, you can see that the acceleration is 0. And similarly, when the velocity is 0, you can see that the acceleration is maximum. And the maximum acceleration will occur in the middle of the velocity stroke. Okay. So same for the negative side. So this is how the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagrams will be for a follower which moves with simple harmonic motion. Now let us see how to derive this. So let S be the stroke of the follower and theta R and theta O be the return stroke and the outstroke of the follower respectively, and omega be the angular velocity of the cam in radians per second. We know that the time taken for the outstroke of the follower in seconds is given by theta O by omega. So the peripheral speed is given by V is equal to R into omega. So you can, for this particular case, we are going to draw, it is nothing but it is moving in a circle with the radius of S. So V is equal to R omega. So R is nothing but S by 2. So S by 2 is R and omega is nothing but theta naught by T naught. So in this particular case, when it is moving from topmost to the bottommost, the angle moved is 180 or pi. So it becomes pi by T naught. So velocity or the peripheral speed is given by pi S by 2 into omega by instead of 1 by theta naught, you are writing it as omega by theta naught. Okay. So everything is same. Okay. So pi S by 2 into omega by theta naught. So the maximum velocity of the follower on the outstroke is given by VO is equal to pi S by 2 into omega by theta naught. And the centripetal acceleration is given by V square by R, where R is the OP now, that is the radius, which is equal to S by 2. So instead of VP, you can write as pi omega S by 2 theta O, the whole square. OP is S by 2, so it becomes 2 by S. So acceleration becomes pi square omega square S by theta O square. And maximum acceleration is given by pi square omega square S by 2 theta O square. Similarly, in the case of the return, the theta O is replaced by theta R and the expression remains the same. So this is how we are going to derive the expression for maximum velocity and acceleration during the return stroke and the forward stroke for a follower moving with a simple harmonic motion. Next, we will consider the case where the follower is moving with a cycloidal motion. So first of all, to draw the displacement diagram, we are going to fix a corner and draw a circle of radius S by 2 pi. After that, we are going to divide the outstroke into 6 equal parts and also the circle at the base into 6 equal parts. We are just going to place dots. The next step is From all these points, we are going to draw a horizontal line such that it meets the vertical diameter. So we will mark those points. Okay, so first we are dividing the outstroke into 6 equal parts. At the corner, at the leftmost corner as center, we are drawing a circle of radius s by 2 pi. Divide the circle into again 6 equal parts. Then from those points, you draw vertical lines to meet the diameter. The next step is you join the diagonal AB. After joining the diagonal, from the points where it meets the vertical diameter, you draw lines parallel to the diagonal. So this line is the line from 1 and 2. So this point you can see it is for both 4 and 5. So from this point, if I am drawing a line parallel to AB, that is for 4 and 5. So the same procedure we are going to repeat. So the line from 1 will meet the vertical line from 1. That will give the first point. The line from 2 will meet the vertical line at 2. So that will give the second point. So already we got the third point. And the line from 4 will meet the vertical line from 4. That will give the fourth point. The line from 5 will meet the vertical line from 5. That is the fifth point. And the center line will give the sixth point. So after that, you will join everything using a smooth curve. So this is a displacement diagram obtained when the follower is executing a cycloidal motion. As usual, you can see when the displacement is 0, velocity is 0, and the maximum displacement occurs during the mid-stroke. And when the displacement is maximum, velocity becomes 0. And acceleration is 0 at 0. During the mid of velocity, you can see the acceleration is maximum. So when the velocity is maximum, acceleration becomes 0. At the midpoint of the velocity during the downstroke, you can see the acceleration is maximum and it reaches 0 when the velocity is 0. So to find out the expression for velocity and acceleration, we first take the displacement equation. So this corresponds to the cycloidal motion. X is equal to s into theta by theta o minus 2 pi into sine 2 pi theta by theta o. So now we are going to differentiate this with respect to time to get the velocity. So s is a constant, theta o is also a constant. So those two remain unchanged. Theta, if you differentiate, you get d theta by dt minus 1 by 2 pi. Sine, if you differentiate, you get cos pi. If you are differentiating the angle, you get 2 pi by theta dot. And theta, if you differentiate, it is d theta by dt. So in these terms, d theta by dt is common. So that is taken out. And 1 by theta dot is also, theta o is also common. So those quantities are taken out and you get the expression as 1 minus cos 2 pi theta by theta naught into s by theta naught, theta o into d theta by dt. So you can write d theta by dt as omega. So you write it as omega s by theta o into 1 minus cos 2 pi theta by theta naught. So this you can see cos pi has a value between minus 1 to plus 1. So if you assume that the maximum value of cos pi as plus 1, then the equation becomes 1 minus 1, which becomes velocity is 0, which is not possible. So we have to take that the value of cos phi is equal to minus 1, or this entire thing is equal to minus 1. So the velocity is maximum when cos of 2 pi theta by theta o is equal to minus 1. So that this occurs when this has to be pi, when phi is equal to theta. So 2 pi theta by theta o is equal to pi. So you can get that theta is equal to theta o by 2. Substituting this theta is equal to theta o by 2, we have the maximum velocity is equal to omega s by theta naught into 1 plus 1. So 2 omega s by theta naught. Similarly, if you are finding out for the return stroke, theta outstroke is replaced by theta r. to find the acceleration, we are going to differentiate this with respect to time, and we are going